Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what the month of August holds for you in your career and or finances. As we dive into this reading together, remember that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. And if you are new here, then welcome. I am so glad you have found this video and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the decks that I have here for you to pick from today, and is also the deck that we'll probably kick off all of our piles readings with, because I designed it specifically for wealth and success readings. So whenever I'm doing one of these month ahead prediction videos, I always like to kick off intentionally with my deck that's created for wealth readings. So before we select your pile for the reading, please remember that the only place I offer private readings is inside of my Wealth Vibe membership. So please be aware of people pretending to be me on social media or in the comments offering you a private reading. Those people are not me. And if you are looking for a high vibe community full of like-minded people, exclusive daily mini money readings from me, money meditations, and tons of other resources to help you manifest the wealth you desire, you are more than welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. On August 1st, so the day after this video posts, we're starting a 21-day Heal Your Money Blocks challenge inside of the membership. I'm going to be giving the members there my personal process for healing money blocks that I use to continually uplevel into more abundance and success, and that I use with my highest private clients to help them clear their money blocks as well. We're also launching a wealth healing hub in the membership, which is a community-built resource library full of different modalities for healing money blocks. So if you feel like your money manifestations aren't working and you want help identifying and clearing whatever is blocking them, then definitely come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership for this upcoming challenge in August, for our new Wealth Healing Hub, and all of the other amazing perks of being in the membership. The link for the Wealth Vibe is in the description and pinned comment below for you. Now, with all of that being said, it's time to pick your pile so we can see what the month of August holds for your finances and or career. So if you haven't already, take a look at the decks here, at the piles, see which one you are intuitively drawn to, whichever one or multiple ones really are calling to you. We have deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. If you like to pick by crystals, I will tell you which crystals we have here. For deck 1, we have orange selenite. For deck 2, we have Trolleite. For deck 3, we have selenite. And for deck 4, we have Aragonite. You are, of course, absolutely welcome to watch more than one deck. If multiple are calling to you, that just means that there are pieces of guidance meant for you in each of those readings. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Take however long you need to choose which deck or decks are calling to you, and then click the timestamp below in the description to jump to your reading, and I'll see you there. Hello, deck number 1. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of August. So we're going to move your crystal out of the way. I'm going to set the deck you initially picked aside. We're going to come back to it in just a moment. I love to start off all of these monthly prediction readings with my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, because I designed this deck specifically to be used in abundance and success readings, and so I always like setting the tone with this for our monthly predictions. So we're going to start here, and then we will bring up your other one. Oh, the Rogue card. All right. So this month, ooh, well, that's some good news, though. We have Bountiful Blessings, and we have Receiving Mode. Okay. So this month for you, my loves, deck 1. This month ahead, August, is gonna have some twists and turns for you. It's gonna have some twists and turns. But the good news is it's all working out in your favor. It's all working out in your favor. It's working out for your highest good. This is a month to kind of like, I'm getting the message from my collective that I channel from. They're saying, buckle up, buckle up. I'm getting that for some of you. This almost feels like what happened in July there was a lot of like turbulent, unexpected shifts or events in your career or in your finances, things that you weren't planning on, twists and turns, maybe some that felt good, some that felt not so good. But I'm seeing that it's like there's more of that coming in August for some of you. For some of you, it's just August and it wasn't July as well. But if you feel like you're hearing this and you're like, really more? The universe is saying, yes, more, because there's more transformation for you to undergo before you are really a match for that next level of success or abundance you're seeking. But the good news is that this month, coming up in August, it's like you are being given so many opportunities this month to shift your perspective, shift your the way you look at money, the way you look at your career. I'm seeing to go deeper into knowing your worth and being asked for your worth and charging your worth. So for some of you, you might find yourself advocating for yourself at work this coming month and kind of championing for yourself, right? Like I see a lot of you going into meetings to ask for a promotion or a raise from your boss, from your company, from your managers. I see some of you, again, raising your rates in your business, maybe negotiating for a better deal on something. I see some of you, if you're buying a house or making a big investment or purchase this month, making sure you're negotiating for what you know is the best option or offer for you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to step on anyone's toes. Not in a being a jerk kind of way, but more so in a being in your power and in your deservingness and worthiness of the deal that you want. And I see that for some of you, you'll get that promotion. You'll be able to sign people at those higher rates. You'll get that deal you want. You'll negotiate successfully. And for some of you, you won't. And that's another one of those redirections. But regardless, I see a lot of things happening this month that are shining a lot of light on your shadows around money, shining a lot of light on where you are maybe playing small, where you are doubting yourself. The universe is, I'm seeing this month, it's so much, but it's so good. But you're going to be handed opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to up level, to bring to surface and shift any limiting beliefs around money, which, by the way, if you want support on that this month as you go through all this, come join me in the Wealthified membership, because that's exactly what we're doing with this month's challenge and launching a new resource library in there with healing modalities around money blocks. So that link is below for you in the comment and description. But I see there's just all these opportunities for you this month to be kind of stretched, to be expanded, to shine light on your shadows, on your blocks, on the limitations that you have that are holding you back from the abundance or success you desire. And if you kind of mentally hype yourself up this month, like going into August, if you can mentally hype yourself up and have this underlying belief, this mantra, this concept of everything is working out for me and what's meant for me won't miss me, and everything that happens in my life is an opportunity for an upgrade or for me to upgrade and come more into alignment with the version of me who has the wealth or success I desire. If you can have those sorts of mentalities going into August, then you're going to see things line up miraculously for you. I see at the end of the month, beginning of September, right? So I just see that everything that happens this month, you get to look at it like this is putting me in the exact right place at the right time for bountiful blessings, right? So even if things happen and you're like, wow, that wasn't what I thought I wanted or how I thought that would look, or this looks like I'm heading in the opposite direction of what I want, or like there's some big obstacle that just popped up, can you stretch yourself and challenge yourself to look at it like, how could this actually be repositioning me for something better? Even if I don't know what that is yet, is it possible? Can I stretch my perspective at all to see this from a different angle and say, yeah, maybe this isn't what I thought I wanted, but what if it's actually leading me toward what I do want or something even better, right? This is very much a month of this or something better. And so for you, really, deck one, it's going to be so important for you with our receiving mode card here to take time for some self-care, take time for some relaxation, but allow the universe to bring you these changes, these opportunities, so that you can up-level. You don't need to go seeking them out. If you have been someone who has been in the mindset or kind of trap for a while now, maybe your whole life, because this is very much how a lot of us are conditioned, but if you've been in the trap of thinking, I need to do something to make the money happen. What do I need to do next? How can I make more sales? How can I get more money coming in? How can I make the money happen in my life? If you can instead this month shift into waiting for opportunities or events to come to you and then using those to catapult yourself to something better, something different, that's going to be so much easier, and you're going to make, I've been seeing like quantum leaps into some really amazing synchronicities, some really amazing opportunities for more money, for more success, for getting ahead in your career. That's what I'm seeing. So this is a month where you're kind of like, you're being teed up for something big. You're being prepared. You're being kind of, I don't want to say put through the ringer, because I don't see that everything that happens is going to be bad. There's actually going to be quite a few things that happen to you this month that are unexpected, that are quite good. They were just unexpected. So they kind of take you by surprise. And so the universe is saying, like my collective is saying, take time to relax this month and to let opportunities and events come to you, right? And when you can do that, when you can believe opportunities and events are coming to you, when you can believe that everything that happens to you this month and all months in your life is happening for you to put you at the right place at the right time on the right path for wild abundance and success, then you're in that energy. You're a match for synchronicities, for blessings, for opportunities, and they'll come to you more and more. And then you can seize on them. And again, I can't tell you how much I'm seeing with this card, with our Bountiful Blessings card at the end of the month. How much like is lining up for you. I can't tell you how much I'm seeing lining up. It's insane. I'm seeing these, it's going to be like one win after another. And I get that you're going to get partway into September or end of September. I know this is supposed to just be for August, but I'm getting the next month forward for you. You're going to get to that end of the month and be like, oh, wow, I could not have predicted any of this 2 months ago. I couldn't have predicted at the end of July that this is where I'd be, that these opportunities would have happened, or I would have met this person or made this connection that's led to this, or there would have been this opening for me that I got at my job. And like, so much is being delivered to you this month to prepare you for what you want in the coming months. And it's not a test, it's a training ground, is what I'm getting. It's not a test, it's a training ground. So this is a month to be really making sure you're allowing opportunities and events to unfold around you, and then look at them and say, how can I use this to shine a light on where I need to heal more? How can I let this expand me? How can I use this to up-level myself into becoming more of the version of me who has the wealth and success I desire now, before the money shows up, so that I'm an energetic match for it and I'm ready for it when it shows up, right? Like, that's what this month, this is a preparation month. This is a month where you are being prepared. The universe is like, good things are coming. You've acquired quite a lot in your vibrational escrow, right? I think as Abraham Hicks says, you've acquired quite a bit in your vibrational escrow. And now it's time to, you get to cash in on it soon, but are you ready for it? Because it's quite possible that if you go through this month and you just tell the story of all these things are happening and I feel like I'm barely keeping up and I'm barely treading water and it's overwhelming and some things are negative and some things are positive, but they're too much, it's too overwhelming, I'm intimidated by it. If you have that mentality, then if that stuff you have in your vibrational escrow to cash in on in the coming months, it's either not going to be able to come through because you're not an energetic match for it, or if it does, it'll be very easy for it to be something that slips through your fingers. I can't tell you how many people I've seen in my 6+ years of working with people on money manifestations, and especially high-performing entrepreneurs, is that I see so many people reach these high-income goals and then they freak out and they go, how do I do it again? Or I don't know if I can make that happen again. Or, oh my gosh, these people are mad at me because I made more money. And then they backpedal, they backtrack, and they self-sabotage, and they end up blowing the money, or they kind of plateau and they can't quite get back there again or keep growing in later months. And it's just like, when you can take these opportunities that might feel a little challenging, a little overwhelming this month, and use them to your advantage as a impetus for growth, for personal growth, for healing, for evolution of yourself, then you're so much more equipped and more of a match for what you desire in the coming months, which big things are coming. Big things are coming, deck one. So, oh my goodness. This is like, it's such a gift. I know it can feel overwhelming, but it's such a gift when you have a really busy month where just thing after thing keeps popping up and it can feel like it's happening to you, but this is very much a case where it is happening for you. Yes, because look at, we have nasturtium victory. You're coming out and we have 4-4 here as well. And on my phone, I just saw the time, it said 11:22. We have mirror numbers, duplicate numbers, 11, 22, 44. Amazing, right? Like there is so much victory, so much success in your future being lined up for you. There's so much available for you. Again, this is all preparing you. It's like almost I'm getting with this crown, like coronating you. Like this is the coronation. This is the preparation. This is almost like, wow, in some way a formality for you to move through everything that's coming this month, because it's preparing you for what is destined to be yours is what I'm getting. Wow, 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 wow. Really cool. We also have longevity chrysanthemum. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card out of this deck before, and I've had this deck for a very, very long time. Longevity. Wow, the opportunities that are coming for you in August and beyond, like especially the things that you're being set up for, deck 1 in like September and the rest of the year, are things that are going to allow you to make a bigger impact than before and or build some sort of legacy or generational wealth. I'm getting generational wealth for a lot of you. A lot of you are going to be starting or moving further and faster down the path of building generational wealth, meaning if you have children or have family that will likely outlive you, you are going to be starting to build such wealth or success that your wealth outlasts you and you can pass it on to those who you leave behind when you transition from this life. You also are creating, for a lot of you, a legacy. So if you're someone who wants to make an impact in this world, you're being given opportunities. I'm seeing like a hand extending out to you and inviting you up on stage places. Some of you quite literally could be getting on stages, speaking engagements, performing of some sort. If you're a performer, might just mean more visibility, more eyes on you, more people listening to what you have to say and taking you seriously, and you getting paid for that. I see a lot of you getting paid to just talk, to share your wisdom. Could be podcasts, could be, again, those speaking engagements. For some of you, it's more just like, even if you get promoted in your job or a pay raise in your job, it's like you're getting more respect, you're getting more, wow, more clout that has the potential to either build generational wealth and or a legacy that outlives you, an impact on the world that outlives you. This is the start of something really, really big. Remember when I said you were going to have some really amazing synchronicities and opportunities lining up? Like I wasn't sure what that was until we had this card come out. And I'm like, wow, these are things that extend out beyond just this year, this decade. They go through the rest of your life. They're opportunities that can and have the potential to change the course of the rest of your life, the rest of any descendants you might have, their lives, and or the lives of the next generation, right? The people who will outlive you. Wow, deck 1, you seem to be a big change maker. You're here to do big things, or at least big things, even if it's for, just your family. For some of you, though, it's on the global scale. Discipline, yeah. Okay, so this month, like I said, that it was really, kind of preparing you. Everything that's coming in August is preparing you for more. You're being asked to cultivate a level of discipline this month. A level of discipline in order to be ready, to be victorious, and to be ready for all these blessings and these opportunities for leaving more of a legacy and an impact. But also more discipline in how you view yourself, how you view the world around you, how you view opportunities, right? This is a month to learn how to be much more disciplined with your mindset and your self-concept, right? The concept you have of yourself, the stories you tell about yourself, and your mindset around money and opportunities. This is, again, I said at the beginning, this is a month that will shine a lot of light on a lot of shadows for you. Yeah. It's a month of major transformation, healing, up-leveling, right? So how can you be disciplined this month, right? How can you be more disciplined in August with paying attention to your thoughts, to to the thoughts you think, to the stories you're telling, right? This could be, I'm seeing for a lot of you, it could be a great month to be picking up a new modality for manifesting and for cultivating your self-concept. So affirmations, any sort of subconscious reprogramming modality you might have. But it is, again, like I said, a lot of shadows coming to light. So this is a month to be really disciplined also in working through those shadows that come up, on healing whatever is coming up that's asking to be healed. Any old beliefs around money, stories around money. I'm getting for some of you, these are stories that you've maybe been telling your whole life because your parents told their whole life and your whole life and you adopted, or your grandparents did, or, you know, it's like the people who raised you, the society around you. There's some deep-rooted beliefs that are ready to be unearthed that have been holding you back from your next level. Because the version of you who has the wealth you desire doesn't have the same limiting beliefs you have now. They might have different ones, but they're upgraded ones. So this is a month for really allowing the circumstances around you to shine a light on what needs to be healed, and then you having the discipline to actually go and do that healing work. And healing isn't always easy, right? It's not always fun. And I just sent out an email about this to my email list on Monday, and it was an amazing email. Like I will gladly talk this email up because I got so many people replying to it saying how much this one email helped them to understand the energy and mastery of healing around money. So what I'll do is the link to join my email list is always below, but I'm going to put, if I remember here, the link to see this particular email as well that I wrote. That gives a mindset shift around how to empower yourself around healing work. And so that you actually want to do the healing work, because the healing work is hard. I get it. And it takes discipline to do it. But there's a simple mindset shift that I found and stumbled on years ago for myself. And ever since then, it's like, I don't avoid the healing work anymore. The healing work is fun now. It's exciting. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it's exciting. So that link for that email will be below, as well as the link to join my email list for future emails like that. And again, if you want support and a process to follow to make this healing work easier and more streamlined and have that support and guide around it, again, this is what we're doing inside the Wealth Vibe membership this coming month, which is super low cost membership that I run month to month. You can join for just a month or stay for a year or longer. But we're doing a 21-day challenge to identify and heal your biggest money blocks. And also I'm giving you my personal 13-step process, like my 13 prompts I use to work through, identify and release blocks, as well as some integration practices. We also have the launch of our new Wealth Healing Hub in there with tons of resources from other people in the membership around healing your money blocks. So if you right now already know you want that support, or partway through August, you're like, oh my gosh, I need support working through all these blocks that are having a light shone on them, I'll put the link for the Wealth Vibe for you below. I can't make this up. Oh, we have Face Your Fear. We have the Face Your Fear deck, right? Again, and we even have light being shown through a prism, right? Like, this is a month for you to face those fears, right? To face the fears, to face the stories that are telling you that, like, that have been playing in the background of your mind, of your subconscious for years, maybe your whole life, that has kept you where you are, or from that next level of success that you want, or has just always made it feel harder than you feel like it should be, right? And then it's leading to a breakthrough. I can't even make it up. This is so exciting. You're going to have so many breakthroughs this month, really. You're going to have so many breakthroughs this month, Deck 1. You are going to find yourself, again, seeing, like, look, this is an eye and everything. You're going to find yourself seeing things from a completely different perspective. You're going to find yourself seeing money and success, and honestly seeing yourself and your ability to create the money and success you desire in a completely different light. Like, you are going to be reconnecting so much more deeply with your power to create your reality, including your financial reality. You're going to be reconnecting with that so much more deeply this coming month. I am so excited for you. This is really big. We have here returning. What did I just say? You're reconnecting with your power. This is returning, spiral journey, growth, renewal, healed. These are all the things I just said you're doing this month. Yeah, wow. Returning. You're returning home to yourself through everything that's happening this month. This is the most important thing, and the thing we're going to close this reading out with for you. The most important thing that my collective is saying, my guides are saying, like my whole spirit team jumped forward at this card and they want to communicate to you. They're saying everything that happens that comes in August, good, bad, unexpected, expected, exciting, overwhelming, everything in between, all the things that come this month, because there's going to be so much that pops up this month for you. It's all divinely orchestrated. It's all divinely orchestrated to bring you back home to yourself, to bring you back home to your power, to bring you back home to remembering how amazing you are, how powerful you are, how capable and worthy you are of creating the success, the abundance, the life you desire. You are more than capable, my loves. So, make sure you remember that this month. If you feel yourself feeling a little overwhelmed or weighed down by everything that happens this month, because there's a lot coming, a lot, but it's so beautiful and it's positioning you for something so divine and so next level, so just far-reaching. I see some of you having opportunities to take on completely new career paths. Some of you winning things like the lottery or winning, these big prizes. Some of you getting lump sums of money in some way. Some of you landing completely new jobs you didn't think were possible for you. Some of you having your businesses go viral and blow up in the best possible way. Like, just, there's so much coming starting in a month or so from now. And you're being lined up with it this month. You're being prepared for it this month. So take that opportunity. Take these divinely orchestrated things that happen. And if you find yourself getting overwhelmed, remind yourself, say, this is divinely orchestrated for me. This moment and all moments are divinely designed to help me become who I need to become and line up with what I want to receive in my life. And if you can have that mentality as you move through it all, the healing work gets easier, facing your fears get easier, the breakthroughs come easier, you become victorious, you have all these bountiful blessings line up for you. I'm just so excited for you. Just be disciplined in that mindset. Be disciplined in shining light on and working through the limiting beliefs. Come get support for that if you need with me in the Wealth Vibe or wherever else you feel like you need that support. But I'm very excited for you, Deck One. This is really, really exciting. I'm excited, and I hope you come back to this reading if you remember after the end of August or partway through and let me know all the exciting things, all the ways you've grown this month, and what starts coming for you after that, because I'm really, really excited and curious to hear what that is for you. So, Deck One, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it, how it resonated, or what you are hoping to manifest in the coming months. If you have any ideas of what these blessings for longevity and generational wealth might be. Your comments truly mean so much to me and give me inspiration for future videos, so thank you for commenting if you do comment. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings for abundance if you're not already subscribed. And if you're ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money, then come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It's an absolute steal of a price. We have an amazing community of like-minded, high-vibe people in there, tons of resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey, daily mini money readings from me that you can't find anywhere else. A lot of people say that those feel like little mini private coaching sessions from me daily, so I'd love to get to share those with you. We have the Heal Your Money Blocks Challenge starting in there on August 1st, and so much more. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is in the description and pinned comment below. I would love to see you there. If you want to order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck for wealth and abundance readings at your fingertips, the link for that is below as well. And with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in August, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of August. So we're going to move your crystal out of the way and start shuffling. I always love starting these readings off with, this is my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck that I authored, and I made it specifically because I wanted decks around money for you to use in readings. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Very interesting. August read so far. All right, so August, if you felt called to deck 1, deck 2, if you felt called to deck 1, that might be something to go check out. This is clearly the very beginning of the reading, so this might end up being a very different reading than the previous one, than pile 1. But if you felt pulled, then I'm being called to tell you, like, if you're pulled to both, that deck 1 will probably also resonate with you after this reading. So you can check that out if you like, but you don't have to. Here's what I'm seeing for you in August with your finances, your career. This is going to be a month where you are going to be invited to do quite a bit of healing work, right? There's a lot of healing, a lot of transformation that's being kind of kicked to the surface for you. I get that you've maybe July felt like a kind of, you might have had some really big wins in July, which if you have, congratulations. Or you maybe have just felt like kind of, you know, secure or safe with where you are, which is always great. Like, we're all for feeling secure and safe with our finances. But I'm getting that there are some stories that, while they may have served you at some point in the past, they're ready to be transformed because they're no longer serving you now, right? But the good news here, right? Because I know that, like, when we get readings and it's like, this is a month to focus on healing, that doesn't always feel good, right? We're always like, I don't want to do the healing work. And I was telling deck 1 that there's, first of all, the healing work is so beautiful and creates so much strength within you. Like, this is a month you're going to be getting so much stronger in terms of possibly the way you budget. You're going to be getting stronger in what you believe you're capable or worthy of this coming month and in the future, deck 2. But there's some things that have once served you, right? That made you feel safe and secure, that maybe you needed to do, or habits you needed to adopt, or beliefs you needed to instill in yourself in the past, but you've outgrown them. Like, you've become, I'm seeing with this, our Wealth Wombs card here, it's like you've become so much stronger and you're being held back by what once maybe served you, right? So it's like you're kind of, I get the sense that you've maybe been feeling and maybe being a little bit hesitant to leave your comfort zone in some way, but you've been kind of sensing on some level, deck 2, that it's time for an up level. It's time for some growth, some transformation. And as exciting as that can be, and as exciting as an up level can be, often the way we up level is by going through some kind of messy metamorphosis, right? Some messy transformation. And for you, because we have this card here with our Wealth Wombs, it means that there's some healing, right? There's some healing. And that's the healing this month is the key to the up level for you, right? Sometimes up level is more like step further into your power, into your confidence, which could be some of what you need to heal around. But for you this month, I'm seeing that the healing is really the ticket to the up level that's available to you. I'm getting also that for some of you, the first 2 or so weeks of the month is all that the healing is going to take. Like, I get that this, for some of you, it'll be a month-long thing. For a lot of you, it's just part of the month, which is great. The rest of the month is you kind of opening up your wings, right? Transforming into this butterfly, this metamorphosis that's going to allow you to kind of try on this new persona or this new version of you that you're becoming, right? This version of you who's maybe, more driven, maybe more comfortable taking bold moves in their business or career, who's maybe, walking away from things that don't serve them anymore. So there's so much strength for you. I can't tell you how much every time this card comes up, it's like, yes, it's healing, but it's also strength through healing. Like, there is so much strength that you're going to uncover this coming month. And it's going to allow you to really soar to new heights in your financial reality or career. I want to get some more guidance around what might need to be healed, or even maybe how to heal, or what's coming for you. I will say, if you already know that there's some healing work you need to do, or if in a couple of weeks you're like, yeah, I need to do the healing work and I need some support in it, this is what we're doing inside of my Wealth Vibe membership throughout August. We're doing a 21-day Heal Your Money Blocks challenge. I'm giving you my personal process for healing limiting beliefs, identifying and healing limiting beliefs, right, around money. Yeah, I'm giving, there's just so much, going to be so much support in there. So, very exciting. All right, we have Focus and Gratitude. Also, I want to say 35, 36. This is a deck I've had for years and I use it semi-frequently. So this is very well shuffled and used. So the fact that some sequential numbers came out together is very telling with this deck. Also a lot of pinks, right? A lot of pink flowers. We even have our rose here on our Metamorphosis card, and butterflies, right? Pollinators. Very interesting. You, we have focus with stock and we have gratitude with pink rose, right? Roses. What I'm seeing for you, right, is that this healing work is going to require some focus. It might even be healing maybe some level of kind of, you know, backing away from things before you give them a chance to actually work for you, and kind of throwing in the towel a little early on things and staying focused with things, seeing things through. But I just see that the healing will also create so much focus in you. I get that you're going to have a lot more clarity by the end of the month as to what the next right steps are for you to do or take in order to call in more abundance or success. You're going to have a lot that you're going to be grateful for at the end of the month as well, which is very exciting to see. There's going to be a lot that you're going to be grateful for. Yeah, very interesting. I want to pull one specifically. This is just kind of give me some details, but I want to get one specifically around what you're healing, right? Consciousness. Yeah, okay. It keeps coming up, but where have you been autopiloting, right? Where have you been going on autopilot? This is maybe some of the blocks you can look at. Where have you been? Again, remember I said you've been doing things that have served you before, but now are keeping you stuck with our Eon of Excess card. They helped you once before, but now you've outgrown them. You're stronger than them. You're bigger than them. You're more powerful than these old beliefs or habits around money. Maybe even you've outgrown, for some of you, your job, or you know, outgrowing some sort of income situation or financial situation, some sort of career. For some of you, outgrowing a business as well. But I just see that you've been kind of going in some ways on autopilot. I mean, we all do, right? This is part of how we're wired. We're not meant to be consciously assessing every single action we take throughout the day. We would never get anything done. Our subconscious is quite a beautiful tool for helping us put things on autopilot and streamline things and get more done and be efficient. But where have you been not being conscious around your finances? This might be a month to be looking at your spending, your budgeting, right? For if you have a business, your income versus expenses, maybe where you can be more conscious around money is going out in your business. For some of you, I see more consciousness of just any kind of blocks or, you know, any almost laziness, right? That you've maybe slipped into that's keeping you from seeing where you're maybe you're not living in alignment with the version of you who has all the wealth you desire, right? So a great exercise for you to do that you could do right after this reading or as you get into August is that you could sit down and journal out, deck two, sit down, journal out what habits or thoughts around money or my career do I have right now that I would not have or would not be doing at the next level version of abundance or success that I'm trying to manifest or that I want right now, right? Like in the future. So for example, if you're trying to manifest an extra $10,000 a year in income, the version of you who has that, who already has like a year or two in the future, however long that feels is right to you, but in the future, that version of you who has that extra $10,000 coming in a month, or I'm sorry, in a year or a month, maybe that's what some of you want, which is great, then that version of you, do they spend money the same way you spend money? Do they have the same, more so, do they have the same habits around money, or do they have different habits? Are they tracking their money more closely? Are they being more intentional or grateful for their money as it goes out? Are they focused with their money? Where's the disconnect? Bringing consciousness to that disconnect. And that can start to help you see where some of the blocks are, where maybe some of the healing needs to be, because maybe you know and you envision that version of you who has all the wealth you desire wouldn't be afraid of when the money goes out. They wouldn't get all freaked out or tell stories of, oh my gosh, it's never going to come back. I don't want to spend any, right? As an example. They'd have gratitude for it flowing out, being like, I'm glad I had it to spend on this. If that's the case, then what's the belief or the wound underneath that needs to be healed that prevents you from being able to embody that mindset or energy now when you spend money, right? You see what I'm saying? It's the way you become the version of you who has more money is by becoming that version of you now. It's not the money that's going to make you different. It's that when you become different, your money situation changes. That's the big secret. And this is a month where you get to start closing that gap. So where can you bring consciousness? This is really the healing work this month, is healing that gap. Wow, really cool. Okay, so this is very different than deck 1, though that might resonate with you, but this is a month for healing the gap, right? Closing that gap, for healing any of the incongruencies between who you're being now and who you're going to be when you have the wealth you desire. Now, let's be clear. This doesn't mean that because that version of you who has that next level of money you want would go and be spending money on designer clothes or luxury travel and you're like, I don't have that money, but I'm going to start spending like I do now. That's not at all it. It's more of the mindset and the general habits, the day-to-day habits and general thoughts that the version of you has around money. How can you integrate that to the best of your ability now and become more of that version now? Bring them into your present and magnetize that future to you, right? So that's really the thing. I see that there's some blocks healing that. Maybe the fear of money going out. Maybe old fear of money coming out. That wasn't even yours. It might have been your parents or the people who raised you who were always afraid to spend the money. Or people who said, you know, I for a long time had the story of money's hard to make and it's even harder to hold on to. And that was a story that absolutely had to be shifted before I could have more money. Because then if I always had that mentality, I would just spend all the money before I could accumulate more of it. Right? It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what self-fulfilling prophecies do you have that are keeping you from your next level? This is a month that you are being really invited to bring consciousness to that disconnect and shift it, transform, heal whatever underlying stories or blocks or wounds are underneath it, right? And it's going to lead to so much more abundance for you. I'm getting that this is a month where that healing work is kind of amplified, like the effects of it are deeper than they normally would be for you. I'm also getting for you, Deck 2, that some of this healing will probably, if you don't choose it consciously, it will be chosen for you. It is not, I'm not saying that this is something you can escape if you want to create more wealth or success into your life. So in a way, that's a good thing because it means you can't escape the up level that's coming for you, right? Like you're kind of, it's going to happen one way or the other, but how willing you are to look at the limitations, the blocks that are in front of you that you hold, and bring conscious awareness to where you are not embodying that version of you want to become when you have the wealth or success you desire. If you can consciously and choose to do that, do it willingly, it's going to be a lot smoother of a ride this month. All right? It's going to be a lot smoother of a ride. So just kind of, something to keep in mind. This isn't, to say that it's going to be terrible or it's going to be really painful. I just get that if you don't look consciously at whatever blocks you might have, they will be kind of pushed in front of you to look at by other circumstances, right? They'll be brought up for you to look at one way or another. Doesn't have to be painful, but it'll be obvious and maybe quite annoying. So not a doom and gloom thing, just like an invitation. My collective is offering an invitation. They're like, here's your invitation to start the healing work now, so that it doesn't have to be pushed in front of you or pushed onto you later on by the universe, right? So, take that as you will. And again, if you want that support with the healing to make it go easier, my goodness, then come join me in the Wealth Vibe membership, right? Okay, we had some cards fall out for you here. So I'm gonna put the one that came up face up for you. How many do we have? I'm deciding if I feel like these all need to be shared with you. Yeah, all right. This is my friend Kara Elizabeth's Animal Apothecary deck, and they're always the most poignant cards with illustrations. They're just, I don't know how she does it, but they're so activating. And I guess we need to look at them. All of these. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I say nourish the shadow, all right? Those wounds, those limitations, those blocks that you hold, it's time for them to be given some loving attention, some loving healing. This is nice because I'm seeing that your healing work doesn't have to be hard. The healing work doesn't have to be difficult. It just needs that conscious attention. I actually see you moving through a lot of blocks quite quickly. evolve into your complexity, right? I see you really, and we have a lot of threes, by the way. We have 35, 36, 33, 3, right? There's a lot of threes at play here for you. That if that feels significant, that might be a sign for some of you. It is also showing on my clock right now, 3:33. So I will take that as a sign that is meant for you. But it's time for you to nourish the shadow, right? It's time for you to heal these things that are ready and asking to be healed, that have once served you but are no longer serving you, that aren't congruent with the version of you want to become when you have more abundance in your life. So it's time to heal the shadow so that you can evolve into your complexity. I see that again, you've already evolved, transformed so much, but you're holding yourself back from this full potential you've already stepped into. Like that you've already cultivated within yourself. You've cultivated the potential, and now that the actual fulfillment of it, you're holding yourself back because of old patterns, right? It's in you. Like the blocks and the abundance, they all come from within. Ooh, that's beautiful. The blocks and the abundance, it's all within you. They all come from within you. This is something I think that's really important, and that you'll probably see more and more this month as you do this healing work, is that your perception is going to change. I see that a lot of you who came to this reading, especially first, you might see any blocks around money as being external to you, things that you can't change. You know, like this person at work is always sabotaging me, or my job will never pay me enough, or in this industry I can't make X amount, or, you know, like I have to spend this because I have to have these expenses, even though it's putting me, you know, in the negative every month. It's like whatever those, I don't even want to say excuses, because I don't feel like a lot of you are ready to hear it that way, but for some of you that might kind of wake you up a little bit. But I see for a lot of you, it's more that your perception is ready to be upgraded. It's ready to be shifted. So stop seeing any blocks as anything that's outside of you, but something that's within you. And I get that that can be triggering to hear, because I will say there are definitely the ills of society, right? There are definitely things that are outside of our control in life. There are systems that do oppress peoples. There are things in our economy, our culture, our societies that do in some ways make it harder for certain peoples to find more abundance and success. I will not ever deny that, right? But the truth is that there's always some sort of opportunity. There's always some sort of possibility for things to work out for you in ways that you might not expect, right? But if your perception is to just stick your head in the sand and say, nope, everything's against me, everyone's against me, this might be honestly the belief that really needs to be healed for you this month. But if you're like, everything's against me, or I can't do it because of X, Y, and Z, or these things outside of me, this is a month for you to really turn inward, to look at where this belief comes from and reconnect back to your power, and remember that it's all within you. You are so powerful. You can create abundance in miraculous ways. But if you believe you can't because you're limited in some way, then you will create that reality for yourself, right? Doesn't mean that it'll be as easy for you as it is for somebody else. It doesn't mean that it'll be effortless or seamless or just take no effort or, you know, overcoming of obstacles at all. But the way through is always within you. But you, just as much as you have the power to create the abundance you desire, you have the ability to create the lack of abundance that you believe is destined for you, or you believe you're up against. So it's time to really attain that different perception, right? It's time for you to transform whatever beliefs are telling you that for some reason you don't have the power to create whatever it is you want to create next in your life. You have limitless power. You are an extension of the universe. You have the power of the universe at your fingertips, within you. It's all within you. But you have to evolve into that complexity of you. The way you do it, by healing whatever stories tell you that you don't have control over your financial reality or success. You have so much more control than you give yourself credit for, and this is a month where you're going to start to learn that more. And that's really deck 3 I'm getting, or deck 2, excuse me. That's really the key for you to remember that up level I was talking about. The healing is the key to the up level. It's honestly any beliefs you have that tell you that you can't do that thing you want, that you won't be successful, that the odds are against you, that's impossible to make money that way. Anything that makes you doubt your ability to have whatever it is you desire or create whatever you desire, those are the beliefs that need to be healed this month, because they've disconnected you from your power, from your complexity, from all that you are and all that you're capable of. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, let's get at least 1 or 2 more cards for you to close out this reading with. I don't feel like it's that one. I feel like a level of vagueness, so I want some more clarity for you on this reading. Ooh. What a stubborn, stuck energy. The Holy Mountain, Soul Calling, Sacred Journey, Pilgrimage. This really is a month of like, it's a sacred journey for you this month. It's a pilgrimage. Your soul's calling you back to your power, right? It's like, come home to the power of you. Come home to your soul. Come home to how much you're capable of. Where can you really shift your perspective, open your mind, get curious about what you're actually capable of. Instead of this month, this is a great question for you to journal on and to reflect on throughout the month. Instead of deck 2, asking what if this thing doesn't happen, or what if I can't ever have the thing I want, or what if I can't do this, or you know, any beliefs you have that instill any level of doubt in your ability to manifest what you desire, right? In terms of money, success, or otherwise. This is a month to get curious about instead, what am I capable of? Because so many of us live in the realm of what am I not capable of? And that fear of not being capable of creating or having what we desire. But what if instead you got curious about what you're actually capable of? I'm curious. I wonder what I'm actually capable of. That question alone has the potential to unravel so many of the limitations that are coming from within you, right? Those limiting beliefs, mindsets, habits. There is so much power in if you ask yourself that question, or a question along those same lines, right? Of I wonder what I'm actually capable of, if I actually believe in myself, if I actually let myself go there, if I actually went for it, what am I actually capable of? If you created that curiosity and lived that question this month, you would find a lot of, if you did every day, right? Every day, what am I capable of today? What am I capable of achieving in this lifetime, in this day, in this week, in this day, in this hour, right? Like, what am I capable of achieving? Big and small, inwardly and outwardly. What am I capable of creating in my life? If you did that regularly, if you really brought a lot of consciousness to that question and really contemplated it and lived it out and honored the answers that come up from within you, oh my goodness, your life is going to look so different 30 days from now. You're going to be different 30 days from now. This is probably quite where that transformation comes from. So this is really, even though it's like, yeah, healing work, this is very sacred healing work for you, deck 2, this month. Truly beautiful. A lot of doors are opening for you. I see that a lot of doors have already opened, actually, and that you just haven't allowed yourself to step through them because you're clinging to the past versions of you, the past stories, the past limitations, the past beliefs, because they once did serve you, but it's time to let them go. There's so much more available for you. There's so many doors you get to walk through in the coming weeks, next month or two here. It's time to get curious about those doors instead of just sticking to the path you've always known, right? You want something different, you have to do and be something and someone different right now. So if you want support walking that journey, that's what the Wealth Vibe is for, especially this next month in there. But this is a big month. It's healing work, but it's on a deep soul level for you, deck 2. Big things, big shifts are happening so that big things can come through, so that you can step into the big things you've already called in and are just waiting in the wings for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, deck 2. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it, how it resonated, or what you're manifesting this coming month, what you're hoping to call into your life at that next level. Your comments really mean so much to me and give me inspiration for future videos, so I truly appreciate you if you do choose to comment. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings for abundance if you're not already subscribed. And if you are ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money, to come home, right, to that power of your soul and see that it's all within you and learn how to access that and tap into it, then definitely come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It is an absolute steal of a price. We have an amazing community of like-minded, high-vibe people in there, tons of resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey, daily mini money readings from me, the Heal Your Money Blocks challenge is starting in there on August 1st, and just so much more. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is in the description and pinned comment below. I would absolutely love to get to see you there. If you want to order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can have all the readings you need for abundance and success at your fingertips, the link for that is also below. And with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and healing and strength and transformation throughout August, deck 2, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of August. So we're going to move your crystal all the way. I'm going to set your deck aside. We're going to come back to this one that you selected in just a moment. But for these monthly prediction readings, because we're talking about career and success and wealth, I like to start with my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck that I authored because I made it specifically because there aren't many decks about specifically abundance on the market, and I wanted one I could use for readings like this. So this is what we're starting with. Oh, okay. There's some changes coming. What kind of changes are we talking about? It's looking good. Okay. All right. Pile 3 in August. You are like big changes. I'm getting that for some of you, you've been working on some sort of project that's finally coming to a head, like a culmination. And you're kind of moving from one season to another in life, especially in your career and business. Some of you might be switching to a new job, a new company. You might be pivoting niches in your business or moving into a different kind of offer or creating new things in your business. For some of you, it might be that you start to have some sort of change in your finances, whether expected or unexpected. But I'm seeing that this change is very welcome, especially because of this rebirth card here. That's really comforting because when these two first cards came out, I'll tell you the Seasons of Wealth card can go either way. It could be that you're moving into more money or less money, right? And this abundant expansion card is all about like growing, and whatever this changes, let me tell you, it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you expand into eventually more money. But this card also speaks to the duality of expansion, which is, yes, expanding into more abundance is great, but the process of expanding is often uncomfortable. So I wasn't quite sure until I saw this card if this was going to be kind of a rough month, right, for you. But seeing this card, this rebirth card, I get that, especially because of this placement here. I get that you've recently been through some sort of rebirth. You've been through some sort of transformation. You've stepped through some sort of portal recently. So whether this is, just kind of like of an inner rebirth and a different sense of self that you've kind of stepped into in the last couple months or year here, or whether it's that you've been working to, kind of complete something so that you could move on to something else. It's like, whatever this is, I see this completion and the kind of unknown ahead is very welcome in your life, right? Like it's a relief for you that you're getting to this point where you get to walk away from or close something out. Even if it's something that was good and was serving you, I just get that there's something that's coming to an end and it's a welcome ending, right? So I see this as a very positive month for you. It's I see that you've kind of up-leveled recently, and now you get to actually kind of step more into that up-leveled life. Like there's been that internal up-level, there's been maybe even a little bit of the external up-level, but this month, August, is where things actually start to get to shift in your financial reality, your career, your 3D world, right? So it's very exciting. Again, though, there is like a rebirth is often, that means when we have a rebirth, it's because we had some sort of ego death, right? Something fell away or something happened to force us to change the way we see ourselves or the world around us. And there might have been some discomfort in that. There also might be some lingering discomfort as you step into being this new version of you that you've kind of already become, at least on an inner level. But again, it's all stuff that I think you already kind of know, but this is serving as hopefully some sort of confirmation that whatever things you find ending this month, whether planned or not, whether it's a job or a client relationship or a project at work or a position, like a contracting position, whatever it is that's ending this month with your career or finances, you're probably not it's not just that you're definitely gonna be like relieved it ended because it no longer felt like a match for you. But there might just be a little bit of that discomfort of not really knowing what's coming next. I see a lot of you almost in that void state, right? Of like, you know, you've up-leveled, you know that the things that need to fall away need to fall away. You welcome that change. But there's maybe a little bit of the unknown, and that can be scary, right? A little bit of the unknown of what's ahead of you. But I see good things because this is abundant expansion. Whatever's ahead for you is going to start coming into light this month. The path forward is going to start coming to light for you, and you're going to be expanding into more abundance overall, right? But let's get some more, see if we get any more clarity on what about this void state or might be coming next. Well, that's exciting. We have our quantum jump card here. So again, you either recently went through a quantum jump, or you've become reborn enough to the point where you can make a quantum jump, right? I see for a lot of you, this quantum jump is behind you. Transformation. I swear every card, so every reading so far, we're on pile 3 out of 4. 1, 2, and 3 have all had cards that speak to like some sort of transformation. So this is no different. But my goodness, you are, again, transforming so much in August. You're quantum leaping into more abundance. I get actually that you've already quantum leapt. Whether you realize it or not, you've been reborn. You've made some big quantum leap. You're different than you were a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, a year ago. You're so different than you used to be. You maybe, I think for most of you, you know that. But this is confirmation that you've done it. You've shifted timelines. Now your outer reality gets to start to shift. You just made this leap recently. Ooh, so I'm getting the guidance of don't rush the outer transformation. It's happening. It's just like the seasons happen. They usually don't happen overnight, right? Sometimes they do. But most of the time, you start to, for example, when you're moving from summer into fall, right? You start to see a few leaves start to change colors on the trees. And then more, and then more. And then before you know it, everything's bright red and yellow and leaves are falling everywhere. And all of a sudden the trees are bare, right? Like it happens slowly and then it picks up speed. Same thing with like spring to summer. You start to see a little bit of sun, a couple little green sprouts coming up out of the ground, right? And then things start to grow and faster. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, it's summer and there's all this green foliage around and all these plants. And it's like you are right at the point right now. Deck 3, which is so exciting, of like you've made that leap. You're right at the brink of a new season of abundance. Give it time for that transformation to catch up in the 3D. It's already happened. You've already done. There's nothing else you need to do. This is a month where more and more of what you want is starting to pop into your reality. Ooh, that's very exciting. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, Deck 3. Really cool things are going to start coming into your reality. But this is also just the beginning. So it's like a trickle at first. And then more and more, I see by the end of the month, you're not going to have any more doubts that you're in this new reality, that you've made this shift, this leap into a more abundant timeline, that you've become this other version of you who's expanded into more wealth. But that's what I'm getting is there's the discomfort. Is the discomfort of waiting for your 3D reality to catch up with you, right? So there might be a little bit of transformation due still inwardly because you've done the transformation to become who you need to be in order to be a match for and manifest the wealth or success you desire. That's the great news. Now, it's how do you maintain being that version of yourself without sabotaging all the things that you've manifested that are starting to come that you haven't quite seen yet, that are just around the corner. How do you not self-sabotage that? You heal any stories, right? You heal any beliefs around the discomfort of the having to wait, the holding period, right? That lag time between when you've made a rebirth, a quantum leap, and when you actually start to see your abundance expanding in your 3D physical reality, right? So if you find yourself getting impatient this month, if you find yourself saying, where is it? Where's the money? Where's the success? Where's my new reality? Then that's a sign that there's some sort of underlying, really probably deep belief that needs to be healed, right? That needs to be transformed. Because you're not who you used to be. This to me reads very much like a phoenix rising from the ashes, right? This transformation. And then there's this little self, little person beneath it, right? There's just this little part of you deep beneath everything that needs to just a little more attention, a little more healing, because you've already done the work of becoming who you need to become. But now it's, can you believe you've become who you need to become? Can you believe that the physical transformation is on the way, right? What stories are going through your head? What self-doubt, what imposter syndrome, what self-sabotage, what stories of, I thought I manifested but it didn't, or it's never coming, are running through your head. Those are go to the root of those stories. What stories do you have there telling you that you can't, that you didn't transform? You did. This reading is meant to serve, I'm getting from my guides, this reading for you, pile 3 specifically, is meant to serve as confirmation that you are on the right track. Your financial reality is about to start changing. But if you get impatient and you give into that discomfort of the expansion and that lag time of the expansion of the quantum shift, then you will pull yourself back to the old timeline, right? It's interesting. We did a quantum leap challenge inside of my Wealth Vibe membership a few months ago. It was such a potent challenge. So many people had so many results. But what a lot of people learned and what I talked about throughout that challenge with my members there was that when you quantum leap, we are constantly shifting timelines. Anytime you make a choice, you go down a different path, right? Sometimes they're just very similar timelines or paths to the one you were just on a moment ago. But you've made a big leap, Deck 3. But this is what I told my members a few months ago during that challenge, was that when you make a big leap, there's that lag time. There's this lag time. And if you can't hold the belief and hold this new version of you that you've become to allow you to jump in this new timeline, then you go back to being the old version of you. You go back to the old timeline or one very similar to it. And that's why so many people are out there saying they think they're manifesting things, they're doing all the things right. It's like, yeah, you do it. You touch that alignment for a moment, and then you pull yourself back with the self-doubt, with the old patterns of thought. So what are the old patterns of thought that when you have this lag time coming up, you know, Deck 3, you know, there's some part of you that you hear me say this and you're like, yeah, I've changed. I have shifted. I have a quantum leap. If that resonates with you, don't question it, right? You need to be able to hold that belief and heal any stories or limiting beliefs that tell you that you don't get to believe that you jumped. It's in the being able to hold this new version of you that you've become and not doubt it, that you stay on that track, right? So you've quantum leap, now it's just time to hold it. So get okay with the lag time. Just because it hasn't shown up yet doesn't mean it won't show up in 30 seconds, in a minute, in an hour, in a day, in a week, in a month, right? And for some of you, most of you, there's going to be things showing up this month for you. The things you're manifesting, little hints of them, the beginning stages of them are coming this month. That evidence in your external reality that you've shifted is coming this month, Deck 3. It's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. Just don't sabotage it. Don't mess it up by doubting it. If you feel that, if you believe you have had a rebirth inwardly, then your outward reality is, if you can hold that belief and hold that new version of you unwaveringly, then that your outer reality has no choice but to change, because you create your reality. So heal any of those beliefs that say that because it hasn't shown up now, it won't. Stop projecting what's happening now in this moment onto the future, right? And if you're having a hard time holding this next level and holding this belief, and if you have a lot of beliefs that are telling you, well, it hasn't materialized, so now I'm going to doubt it, and I don't believe it's coming, or oh my gosh, it's not working, or I can't create this thing I want in my life, come join me in the Wealth Vibe membership, because like I said, we had our Quantum Leap Challenge, which I think you can still access in there if you wanted to go look at the teachings on that and all of the meditations that went with it and stuff. But we also this month are doing a 21-day Heal Your Money Blocks Challenge. So any beliefs that you have, any limiting thoughts or habits of thought you have that keep pulling you back into old timelines every time you shift, let's heal those so that you can actually hold the timeline you've jumped into, right? So this is very exciting. I don't think I get readings like this very often coming through for the collective, where I'm like, you've shifted. Oh my goodness. Now it's time to just own it, right? We have boundaries. Oh, okay. Ooh, are there people or relationships in your life where you are feeling like that's where the doubt comes from? Like you're taking other people's projections or beliefs and all the stories of the collective, and you're letting that introduce doubt Because you know you've shifted, but then everyone's like, well, if you've shifted, where's the money? Where's the job? Where's the promotion? Where's the windfall, right? If you're allowing other people's, if you just know that there's people around you, it's just a question ask yourself, deck 3. Are there people around me that when I talk to them, I doubt myself, I doubt my manifestations, I doubt my desires, I doubt my ability to create what I want? I doubt whether I'm on the right track for it. I doubt whether it's feasible. If there are those people in your life, have some boundaries with those people. This is a month for laying down boundaries. This is absolutely a month for laying down boundaries with those people. Maybe these are just boundaries you have with yourself. You don't even speak it with those people, but you just say to yourself, I'm not going to talk about my manifestations or my desires or my how I feel like I've shifted with people. I'm not going to share it with these people. I'm only going to share it with people who I know aren't going to introduce doubt into the equation for me. Because that doubt is, again, what pulls you back into the old timeline. So I get that you've also been here before. This is kind of cool, guys. You've been here before, meaning you've jumped into this timeline or a very similar one before that you've already jumped into. But again, you keep pulling yourself back, and it might be people in your life, right? That it's time to, maybe those people are some of the people that those relationships need to come to an end. And it's a season of letting those go, potentially. It might also just be that you need to just have some boundaries, right? So, very interesting. This is also a stunning card. I'm like, I can't get over this labradorite image here. But this is really important for you to set boundaries. Also, boundaries with yourself. Okay, deck 3, boundaries with yourself. If you catch yourself spiraling into this mindset of it hasn't shown up, it's not coming, blah, 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 blah. Have some boundaries with yourself. Have that mental discipline. Catch yourself. Heal those stories. Don't let yourself entertain those thoughts. Once you start to become aware of that's what's going on in your mind, cut it short. Don't indulge in those thoughts. Shift back into who you know you've become. Having a mantra to anchor you this month might really help you. I'm going to give you that kind of practical guidance here. Having a mantra this month to anchor you into who you know you've become inwardly and what you know is manifesting for you outwardly. Having some sort of mantra of, I am successful, I am wealthy, I am becoming a multimillionaire, I am on the path to abundance. Like anything like that just helps you anchor into it. Come back to that, repeat it to yourself, saturate your subconscious with it, right? Or just, use that to shift yourself out of that negative mindset. But again, if that's hard to do, have boundaries with yourself with your mindset, boundaries with others. Some of what we're healing, right? Inside of our healing challenge, inside the Wealth by membership. So that link is below for you if you want to come join me. And we have 34, attraction with pansy. We also have grounding with potato. I always find it's funny. I don't know why potato is just funny for me when it comes up. A lot of these are flowers, right? Or herbs. And this is the potato. We do have carrots and fruits and veggies in here. It's just, I don't know why potato cracks me up. But this is very exciting because you're attracting so much. It's already been attracted to you, right? Especially because this card came out on this side. You made the quantum leap. You've been reborn into the version of you need to be. You've already attracted what you need. Like I said, it was waiting in the wings and it's coming. There's just a lag time. So ground yourself. A lot of grounding work this month is going to be so beneficial for you because I see some really cool things coming. Little beginnings, little inklings. Those beginning signs of your manifestation are coming in. I see for most people like week 3 or 4 of this month of August, you're going to actually start to see the manifestation. So those first couple weeks a month, patience, grounding, it's already yours, right? That might be the mantra for you. It's already mine. It's already mine. It's already mine internally. It's just a matter of time before it's external. It's already mine. Can you ground into that belief? Can you ground into the present moment? Can you ground into the infinite potential that each moment holds and how anything can happen at any moment? Grounding into that potential, that possibility is really key for you this month. It's going to open up the door for so much for you. Yeah, I just see so many of you like changes at work, changes in your career, changes in your business, changes in your finances. What I say, the gateway, open doors, opportunities, right timing. The gateway, I said you came through a portal, you quantum leaped. You've already come through the gateway. Again, this is coming over on this side with all these other cards around. This is what's already done. You've already opened doors. You've already stepped through a gateway. You're starting to now close out the old reality, to close the door on that old reality and expand into more abundance. you just have to get comfortable with the time it takes for your outer reality to transform, right? You have to ground into the potential, heal all the stories that say it should be here by now, and because it's not, then that means it'll never come. BS. Okay? Call BS on that. It's all coming for you. You've already stepped through the gateway. You've already stepped through the portal. You're exactly where you need to be. It's the right timing. The Caliph. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right. Elder, teacher, wise one, experience. I do see you potentially connecting with some sort of mentor or guide this month who's going to help you kind of supercharge or speed up these manifestations. Quite possible for you. But I also see you becoming quite wise in this process and gaining quite a bit of wisdom that you might be able to share with others down the road. So that is very, very, very exciting. And I just felt called to pull one more card from our tarot deck here. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is such a beautiful card to end on here for you. Because this is all about, right? It's just like this is, you know, like complete embodiment of abundance. This is mastery of yourself. This is mastery of your finances. This is mastery. Like there is just so much, like the Queen, right? Regal. Presiding over, right? Like you have done such a good job of nurturing yourself into being able to become this version of you, the Queen of Pentacles, and the version of you who has the abundance you desire. Do not for 1 second doubt yourself, right? It's all coming. But it's really important for you to not doubt it, right? To not sabotage. Again, like this is such a card of confidence and of moving forward very practically, but very optimistically, very capably. You know, there's a lot of capability. Like this is a month where you start to have those 3D manifestations that are going to really prove to you how capable you are, right? So this is very exciting, but it's just the only thing that can trip you up is doubting it at this point. So this is a month for knowing. This is a month for knowing that the abundance, the success you've been seeking is already yours. You've already done it. You've become that energetic match. You've attracted it. You've stepped through the portal, the gateway. You've been reborn. You've quantum leaped. All the things over here. You've already done it. And you're just in the transition period. You're just in the unknown of how long is it going to take to get here? How is it going to look? How is it going to come in? When will it happen? It's going to happen in amazing ways, right? But you're going to get so much wisdom through this. You just have to stay grounded in that energy of potential, of possibility. You're coming into your full potential this month. This is so exciting. It's all clicking into place for you. Just don't doubt it. That's the only thing I'm getting from Source. But if there's stories or people that introduce that doubt, which is normal, it's incredibly normal. Whenever you up-level or quantum leap, there's a lot of doubt that gets kicked up. And if that's hard to hold, then come join me in the Wealth Vibe membership, because that's we're going to be healing all that self-doubt, right? With our healing challenge, with our wealth healing hub that's kicking off in there with tons of modalities for healing around money. So there's that support for you if you are craving that, right? But otherwise, really beautiful. Like, and I also just want to like almost give you like a round of applause, Deck 3, because you've been doing the work to come this far. You are so close. Don't give up, right? Don't give up. Don't doubt. Don't give into the self-doubt. This is when oftentimes that ego gives the biggest pushback because it's in the death throes, right? It's like that part of you is like, I don't want to change. I don't want to die. I don't want to transform, right? Transformation's hard. Expansion is uncomfortable because it's a part of you that's dying and a part of you has been reborn. You've already gone through the hardest part, but they're just kind of like the death throes, right, of the ego. Those little remnants that you just have to kind of continue to just ignore, right, or move through or heal this month. So much goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Deck 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it, how it resonated, or what you're manifesting this coming month, what you know you've shifted into, right? Again, if you don't feel comfortable sharing that in the comments because you need those boundaries, right? You don't want people to instill that doubt. then don't share that there. But you are welcome to come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership, where we have a like-minded community who's so supportive of the things you're manifesting, right? So you are welcome to come share in that if that calls to you. But if you're not already subscribed to this channel, you are absolutely welcome to do so for future card readings for abundance. If you are ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money, come join me and almost 200 other members inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It is an absolute steal of a price. We have so many resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey, including daily mini money readings from me, which you can't get anywhere else. And my members say are like little daily coaching sessions from me. We have our Heal Your Money Blocks challenge starting there August 1st and so much more. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is below for you. I would love to see you there. If you want to order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, that link is also below so that you can get guidance for all things abundance and success at your fingertips whenever you want it. With all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity, abundance, and just confidence in knowing that you're so close. It's all coming. It's happening. Deck 3. And yeah, I'm wishing you just all of that knowing in abundance in August. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Hello, pile number 4. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what is in store for you financially in the month of August. So we're going to move your crystal all the way. I'm going to set the deck you initially chose aside for just a moment. We'll come back to it in a second. I always like to start these monthly prediction readings around career and finance with the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. This is the deck I authored because I specifically wanted a deck around money, abundance, success. So that's what I love to start these readings off with. Ooh, this is a very promising start to your reading. Okay, oh wow, okay, some themes here. So we have, I'm seeing for you in August, deck 4. This is a month of, wow, there's a lot of abundance. I see that some of you manifested quite a bit of abundance for yourselves recently. It's about maybe half of you here. The other half, if that doesn't resonate with you, I'm seeing that there's a lot coming to you this month. For many of you, the abundance you manifested or will manifest this month is going to, it's maybe not financial at first. And what I mean by that is that there are some areas of your life that you've been seeing maybe some upgrades of abundance in, or you will be very soon. So maybe an abundance of connections, an abundance of friends, like more making new friends in a place or that you've lived your whole life or just moved to. Maybe an abundance of ideas, an abundance of love, an abundance of health or other resources. I'm seeing that for a lot of you. There's been this abundance up level in your life, but maybe it hasn't looked how you wanted it to. And this month that gets to change. So that's very exciting. So either you've manifested some abundance in some form that might not be financial, could be, but probably isn't for most of you, or you will be very soon this month. So first of all, great thing to reflect on before we get into how to kind of translate any other abundance into more financial abundance or any financial abundance into more financial abundance. What I would love for you to reflect on is in the last month or two, in the last couple months, have I manifested, this is a great journaling prompt, right? To pause the video and do here or later on after this reading, but in the last few months, is there anything that has kind of been upgraded in my life that I have more of an abundance in, right? Abundance in free time, abundance in enjoyment and happiness, abundance in love. If there has been, it's just this is an exercise to bring some conscious awareness to those things and to label those increases, those up levels as abundance in some form, right? Or if that hasn't happened, if you can't pinpoint any areas where you feel like you've had an increase in a positive way in some shape or another, that's fine too. In that case, over the next couple weeks, the first, I'm seeing like 2 weeks of August, be on the lookout for where are things increasing in a positive way in your life, right? Maybe it's not financially. Now here's the really cool thing. This is such a unique reading. I don't think I've ever had quite this guidance before, but whether you've just recently manifested some form of abundance in your life or you're about to, right, in the coming weeks, once you've identified what that is, once you have an abundance of something, right, then you got to start looking at how does this abundance, right, maybe it's of time, or love or connections, opportunities, right? Ideas. How can I give some of this abundance away to others? Because this giver card is all about giving with an open, generous heart, and that increases your flow of abundance. And this light weaver card is all about amplifying abundance. So whatever you put out comes back to you tenfold. So when you can give a little bit of the abundance you've manifested for yourself recently to others in a way that feels truly good to you, that you can give with a grateful heart, that you can give graciously and gracefully, when you do that and give selflessly, what you will find is that very quickly by the end of the month, so again, I'm seeing most of you being able to do this by mid-month, to find some way to give some of your abundance away. You're going to find that money, whether it was money, right? Or the resource, the love, connections. Maybe you share some connections you got with some of your friends and that hooks them up with some sweet job. Or maybe it's an idea you had that you know isn't for you and you give it to a client of yours or a friend of yours or a coworker and they run with it and they get more success, right? It's like whatever abundance you have, maybe donating some of your time to a charity or to someone around you in need, right? Or that you know could really need it. Or that abundance of love, maybe you go and be a shoulder to cry on, right, for one of your friends. Whatever it is, abundance that you have right now, how can you give it to someone in a way that feels good and aligned to you? Because whatever you give is going to come back to you tenfold. And I'm getting that it's going to come back in the form of more financial abundance or opportunities for financial abundance for you. This is such an incredibly specific and unique reading. But I love this because this is really like, when you think about it, when you give, like, for example, using the example of if you had a bunch of ideas that you know, you're like, if this isn't for me, it doesn't excite me, it doesn't feel aligned to me. Ideas for business, ideas for doing things better at work. And you give that to a coworker or a friend of yours and they go run with it and they start the business or they do that thing at the job and they get the big raise or promotion. It's like they're going to bring you with them. You're going to get paid back in some way, right? Or someone goes and takes that idea that you had for a business but you didn't want to execute on, and because you have an abundance of ideas, and then they go and they go start that business, it becomes wildly successful. It's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you tenfold. They might bring you on to work at the business. They might give you a nice little gift or payment because they've made a bunch of money. You know, like if you have a connection and you give that connection to your friend and they get a job somewhere, they might eventually bring you on to that better paying job as well. Like there's whatever feels right for you to give away this month that you have an abundance of, give it away and know that it's coming back to you tenfold, and it's going to come back financially, wealth-wise, right? Really exciting, really interesting reading here. But I'm getting, again, like, you already have an abundance of something. What is it? Or if not, you will become aware of what that is within the next couple of weeks here. And that's the thing to be giving away, as long as it feels right to do so, right? Don't give it away just to try to make the money happen. Give it away because it feels like the right thing to do. It feels good to you to do. It feels correct for you morally with your values, right? Whatever that is, give that away and know that it's coming back to you, right? You don't have to force it or expect it or rush it, but it's like you're going to be giving in a way this month that pays dividends in the future for you. And that's very, very exciting. That's really cool. That's a cool start to the reading. Let's see what else we can find for you. Ooh, I'm going to pull from your deck you picked. All right, what do we have for deck four for August? What else? I feel like that was a complete message in and of itself, but we'll see what else comes up. Yeah, dancing with stones, movement, teamwork, partnership. So, again, giving to people. I see that, again, the things you give to people, they're going to bring you on board later on to the doors to abundance it opens up. It's almost like you don't, alignment, it's coming together, precision. You don't even have to, wow, this is really cool. Your next level of abundance, deck four, you don't even have to make it happen. All you have to do is give what you have an overflow and a wealth of to someone else when it feels aligned to do so, and then they're going to bring you with them to their next level of success and abundance. They're going to create that path. It's all coming together for you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be the one that starts the big business. You have the idea, or you give the emotional support or encouragement to the person who's going to go start the big business, and then they're going to bring you on or give you like a huge thank you gift for doing so, right? Like, this is how it gets to work so easily. This is why we can't often predict how the money is going to come to us. And when we try, we limit the universe, right? So this is very exciting. Yeah. It's kind of like this blessed kind of energy of like, you don't have to be And this is, by the way, you can also go make a bunch of money or have a bunch of success elsewhere, and this is just another way money gets to come to you, right? So could be for some of you opening up some additional income streams and like investing in those in the future in this way this month. All right, we have, yeah, direction. Super 7. Yeah, direction. I see the direction of your finances, of your future changing from this month forward. Like the things you do today, it's going to have ripple effects into the direction you go, of course, because you can't predict what people are going to do with that idea or that support or that time you give them and how that opens doors, right? But the things you give this month have they have the ability to, my collective saying, to change the direction of someone else's life for the better. And in doing so, it'll change the direction of your life for the better. Wow. It's really beautiful. I am getting, though, that there might be some beliefs of, almost like not wanting to give to others. And it's not from a place of withholding from others, but from a place of like, what do I have to offer? Which is very interesting. I think you maybe don't even necessarily see the value of all the abundance you have. You might be like, yeah, I have an abundance of like confidence, or I have like a newfound abundance of confidence. How is that going to be valuable to anyone else? If you're incredibly confident and you then can spill that confidence over into somebody else and give them the confidence to go after something, they're going to remember that. They're going to pay you back, right, for that in some shape or form. So this is really also a month where before you give away part of that abundance you have, make sure you really understand the value of it. Don't dim it down, because then you won't give as much, or you won't give it as powerfully as you could. You'll be like, oh, well, I believe in you, but I don't know if I'm someone that you should listen to, blah, 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 blah. That's not going to help someone, right? It's like, own the value of what you're giving, right? Because then the other person's going to see that value more clearly because you see it and you share it with them in a way that's highly valuable. And it has a bigger impact on the direction of their life and then your life, right? We're all interconnected. Everything's connected. But, you have to understand the impact that you have when you don't fully believe in the value of what you're bringing to the table or offering to someone. They can't see it either. And even if they can, you won't allow them to then really get the full value of it, because you'll continually be kind of like downplaying it, right? And weakening it. So this is really a month for also owning the value you bring, the abundance you bring in whatever form you bring it to the table. If that is a sticking point for you and you found that that's something you chronically struggle with, and you have these beliefs like, I don't have anything to offer to others that's valuable, that's going to help change the direction of someone's life, that is something to call BS on, and it's something to heal, right? That is a story that so many people have of not being enough in some way, or good enough, or special enough, or worthy enough, or smart enough, or have something of enough value. That is something to heal, right? And that's what I'm getting, is to bring that up for you. If you need help healing that, or any other beliefs that come up, or even beliefs of like money can't come to me through others, or others don't want to give back to me, or it's not safe to give to others, whatever it is, come join me inside the Wealthified membership. Because this coming month, we are healing money blocks, as we're doing a 21-day money block healing challenge, where I'm giving you my personal 13-step journaling system that I use to identify and move through my biggest money blocks, and then also implementation, or like integration practices for that. And we're also launching our Wealth Healing Hub inside of the membership, which will be a permanent feature in there, which is going to be a crowdsourced, community-based resource library full of different healing modalities and tools for healing money blocks. So come join us in there if you want access to that. If you find that giving freely and believing that abundance is going to come back to you tenfold, there's a sticking point around that, then that's absolutely something to look at and heal this month, so you can reap all of these rewards. So that link for the Wealthified membership is below. And here are your cards here from our Animal Apothecary deck. Oh my goodness. Every reading this month in all 4 of these piles for this video has had some sort of metamorphosis. That literally came up in one of our other decks, was a metamorphosis card from the Wealthy Woman. Metamorphosis, transformation. Those words and themes have been in every single pile this video. This is a month of massive transformation for everyone, right? Like, we're all kind of being invited to transform in different ways. For you, it's being willing to transform again, in your sense of self-worth and the value you bring with everything you do, right? It's an illusion. It's an illusion that you don't have anything of value to offer to others. That you don't have the ability to change someone else's life and therefore change your life. That the illusion that it can't be that easy, right? That's all an illusion. Get out of your head. This is a month for getting out of your head, transforming those limitations and beliefs. Again, join me in the Wealth Vibe membership to help with that sort of stuff. But this is a month to get out of your head, to stop thinking, oh, it can't be that easy. It can't happen that way. I don't have anything to offer. Those are illusions and lies you tell yourself to keep yourself small, to not have to transform, because transformation is uncomfortable. Metamorphosis is uncomfortable. It is unknown. You don't know who you're going to become on the other side of it. You don't know how things are going to come back to you. But you have to trust that they will, or else you'll never move out of your comfort zone. You'll never share your value, your abundance, your gifts with others. Yeah, this is a month for that really deep transformation in that way. All right, let's see what else we have for deck 4. We have energy with orange. We have clarity with carrot. A lot of orange here for you, right? In terms of color, that could be a sign for you. Energy and clarity. I get that the more that you give this month, right? The more you're going to see a sign that you're on the right track in your giving, right? Is that you're giving the right thing and that it's having the right impact on people, is that you're going to feel energized in your giving. Giving is going to energize you. It shouldn't deplete you. Only give what energizes you to give, right? And the more that you do that, the more clarity you're going to have even on kind of next steps for yourself. So if you've been in a state lately where you have been feeling kind of like you don't know what the next right step is for you, you kind of feel like you're at a stalemate or plateaued around success or money or any area of your life, I'm getting that this is not a time to focus on what you need to grow. It's a time to focus on what others need to grow. And in doing that, you're going to be shown what you need to grow. This is interesting because a lot of times when we are doing healing work or when we have blocks or we're stuck around money, we often need to look within and see, like, what do I need, right, in order to grow? What do I need in order to move past this, or what do I need to heal? But for you, the healing is actually going to happen quite a different way this month. This transformation of, it's getting out of your head, right? Don't make it about you, make it about the other people. When you can start seeing what am I excited and energized to give to others? What gives me energy? What gets me excited when I give to other people, right? Is it when I give support, when I give guidance, when I give my time, when I give comfort, when I empower people, when I, give extra resources, extra things I have laying around my house to people, when I give gifts? Like, what energizes you to give to other people? When you start doing that, you're going to get out of your head and focus more on that. You're going to get the clarity on what you actually need, what you've maybe been lacking, what you wish someone would give to you. And that's the thing that then you get to start working on giving to yourself in order to get to the wealth and success you desire, right? So very exciting, very interesting. I'm excited to hear what clarity comes for you. But this is a month for getting out of your own head. When I say also that the more that you help others, the more you will grow, like when the more you give to others, the more you'll start to get clarity on what you need for your own growth. This is very much the energy of someone who has a transpersonal karma and human design. And so for those of you who don't know, I have become quite an expert in human design. This is that was what was at the core of my business previously, up until like about a year ago when I shifted kind of tracks. But I still do quite a bit of human design work and doing human design with money and success and business. And what I've found, and if you don't know what human design is, I will put a link above to explain what it is. It's a spiritual modality. It's based on your birth time, like astrology is, even builds on astrology. So I will put that link below if you want to see what this modality is. If not, you can just disregard it and just listen to what I'm saying here in terms of the core message. The thing to understand is that in human design, we have two different types of karma. And karma is, it's coded into your profile. So in human design, if you have a personal karma, it means that the smaller number in your profile, because profiles are made of two numbers, comes first. The bigger number comes second. If you have a transpersonal karma, your bigger number comes first and your smaller number comes second. There's a lot of things that this means, but I always like to interpret karma in human design as how you grow best in this lifetime. And so people with a personal karma grow best when they focus on what they need to grow and they need to develop themselves in this lifetime. They will naturally, as a byproduct, help the people around them to grow, either by inspiring them or, by becoming a better person who's more capable of helping those around them. People with a transpersonal karma, meaning that bigger number comes first, embody more of this energy that you're going to be stepping into this month of the more that they help others, the more they help themselves, right? The more that they help others grow, the more they grow, because it's in the giving and in the growing that all the shadows are kicked up and all the, they see what other people need and they can apply that to themselves. I have a transpersonal karma, and I can tell you this is absolutely true for me throughout my life, is that I typically heal and grow and evolve and expand when I help others heal and grow and evolve and expand. And that's why I do what I do, because the more that I help others, the more I see the common threads and, the different ways people need to heal. And then I can use those things to heal myself to then help more people. And it's just this beautiful self-feeding cycle. So whether you have a transpersonal karma or not in human design, this is the energy to be embodying this month of giving to others very selflessly, in order for you to not only give to others because it feels good, but for you to see what you need, to learn the lessons you need to learn in order to step into that next level of abundance, right? So this is really how you will translate all of the abundance you already have in your life into financial abundance, into success, an abundance of success, perhaps, right? So very interesting. This is really a month for transforming, kind of exchanging, right? It's like I almost see like an exchange, like, we exchange currencies. It's like you're exchanging the currency of abundance that you have in one area of your life. You're giving it to someone else, and they're going to change it into financial abundance for you, right? And that's really, really cool. And this is something that I hear a lot. I've been doing this work for 6+ years of working with people with manifesting wealth and building success in business. And I've just found that so many times people come to me and they're like, I am so good at manifesting success or abundance outside of business or outside of career or outside of money. Why? It's like often because we have our own little blocks specifically around money, right? We have our weird specific picadillos around money that create these blocks, right? And it's often in helping others that we can more clearly see others' blocks. And then we start to realize, oh, I have some of these similar blocks. Oh, maybe I should get out of my way or give myself this or do this for myself, right? So it's very interesting to see that play out. And if you have one form of abundance, which you absolutely do, I see that you actually have quite an abundance of something relatively new in your life. If you have one form of abundance or multiple forms of abundance, you can translate that into financial abundance. It's just learning how to translate that energy, how to exchange it. And for you this month, it's most effective to really be looking for opportunities to give what you already have an abundance of, give some of that to someone else where it feels aligned to do so. Know that that's going to bring it back to you tenfold, and give what energizes you to give, what feels good to give, what feels exciting to give. See the value in it. Get out of your own head. Focus on others. Get out of the illusion that what you want to give is not valuable. It's wildly valuable as long as you see the value in it. And it's going to give you clarity of what you need to do next step-wise to bring more abundance into your life. So this is a month of giving and knowing that that's going to come back into receiving for you down the road. So very interesting August. Be on the lookout for those opportunities to give and identify where you already have an abundance of something and how you can be kind of finding those opportunities to transmute that form of abundance into financial abundance. All right, Deck 4, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading, how it resonated. Let me know how you might think what you have an abundance of, if you already know, and how you think you might want to give it to others. Let me know also just what you're manifesting this coming month. Your comments really mean so much to me and give me that inspiration for future videos. You are also welcome, if you're not already, to subscribe to this channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you're ready to truly tap into and harness your power to manifest money, come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It is an absolute steal of a price. We have an amazing community of like-minded high vibe people in there. Might be people for you to give to or also receive from this month. Tons of resources to support your spiritually aligned wealth journey. Daily mini money readings from me, which you can't find anywhere else, that my members say feel like personal private coaching sessions for me, little mini ones every day, even though they're for the collective, they're in the membership. We have the Heal Your Money Blocks Challenge starting in there on August 1st, and so much more. We also have our Wealth Healing Hub kicking off in there in August, which is a crowdsourced community-based library of healing modalities. So if you're a healer, if you're someone who creates healing modalities, especially if you have any around money or just ones you want to share, that you've experienced, you can contribute that. That might be something to give back to others there. Or you can find modalities that work for you to help you heal, right? So I would love to share all of that with you. The link for the Wealth Vibe is in the description and pinned comment below. I'd love to see you in there and get to connect with you personally if it feels aligned to you. If you want to order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, so you can have all the guidance you need for wealth and success at your fingertips, the link for that is also below. And with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in August, and I'll see you in another video very soon.